Alright, what's up everyone? Oh man, I look tired today. That's what I get for spending all of my night playing video games. Anyway, I'm gonna get this place ready because today I want to talk to you guys about 5 things that I literally hate about ADHD. Alright, let's get ready. So over the years, there's definitely a few things that I've grown to love about ADHD. There's also a few things that I've grown to hate about it too. It's kind of a double-edged sword, ADHD. So jumping right into this list, the first thing I hate about ADHD is having a poor memory. Studies show that ADHDers have an impairment when it comes to short-term memory and working memory. So there are ways to help with your memory. In fact, I actually have 2 videos about that, how to help with your memory at work and how to help with your memory at home. You can watch them right there. But it is so frustrating. I can't tell you guys how many times I have decided to do something, left the room and got into another one, and then just totally forgot why I'm even in there, and then just left. The worst part is, you usually remember what you went in there for hours later when you're probably not even home anymore. Also, I don't think I've ever remembered somebody's name when they've introduced themselves to me. Like ever. They'll tell me their name and then like 3 or 4 words later, I've completely forgotten who I'm even talking to anymore. Poor memory sucks. And the worst part is people always remember you as the person that forgets everything. It's so frustrating. Okay, next up on my hate list, poor organizational skills. In my New Year video, I told you guys all the things that went wrong in my most recent photo shoot. Again, you can find that video right here. Well, all that stuff could have been avoided if I could just sort out my life enough to actually organize myself before a shoot. ADHDers are famously bad at time management, and that leads to like a really hectic lifestyle, which in turn makes organization an absolute nightmare. Everything from forgetting deadlines to losing your notes to pushing everything to the last minute. Organizational skills is something that ADHDers do not do well at all. So next up on the list is procrastination. Man, this one sucks so bad. So ADHD brains don't regulate dopamine the same way other people's brains do. And dopamine is what your brain releases in order for you to focus on a task. So it becomes pretty hard to get things done when your brain is constantly distracted, trying to find other ways to get that release of dopamine. Medications like Ritalin and Adderall and stuff can really help with that, but it never truly goes away. And the worst part of procrastination is you don't normally realize that you're procrastinating until hours later when you have literally no time to do what you wanted to do. I've spoke about going down this rabbit hole before, and to me it happens all the time, especially when I'm making stuff like YouTube videos. I'll get up early in the morning and I'll start to do my research on whatever I'm going to do the topic of, and then many YouTube videos later, I'm still sat at my desk and it's now dark outside and I've missed the entire day of shooting. This next one is the epitome of a double-edged sword. Hyperfocus. Now don't get me wrong, when hyperfocus goes your way, it can be practically a superpower. You can focus so hard that you can go hours working on something, sometimes without even having a break. It's pretty amazing. But when your focus isn't on the task that you want it to be, you're screwed. This is also a big problem for ADHD relationships. When you get into a relationship, you tend to hyper-focus on that other person and you become the best partner in the world. The problem is, when that hyper-focus wears off, we think that we're just settling into the relationship, whereas it can be really damaging for a partner because they're used to all of this hyper-focused attention on them and then now it's just suddenly gone. That can be quite hard for some people to deal with. Oh, and if I haven't said it already, thank you to my wife for dealing with this one. So this last one is one of the worst ones for me, which is why I left it till last. And that is being overly emotional. Working memory impairments in ADHDers makes momentary emotions really intense and overwhelming sometimes. This is called flooding. This is something that I struggle with on a daily basis. In fact, I have another video that I did showing exactly how much I struggle with it here. Being overly emotional can be a little bit embarrassing at times, and it can also lead people to think that you're just too sensitive of a person. It also makes me jump to anger really quickly, and neither of those are fun things. It can be really frustrating when one minute you're laughing and joking with people, and then the next minute you're really upset over one comment that they made. Anyway, they are my 5 things that I hate about ADHD. But don't worry, because there are also 5 things that I love about ADHD, and that's going to be in the next video. So make sure you watch that. But thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, click the bell icon, stay up to date with all my new content, like the video if you did, and let me know in the comments down below the things that you hate about ADHD. See you guys in the next one.